Hi everyone, I'm Alan from 34 Gaming and I recently watched 12 Years a Slave at the cinema, which is where you watch films, apparently. I don't know. Basically, I'm going to review it for you because, we want to do film reviews and stuff like that, and this is actually, I think, the first film review that's going to be on here, but I'll try my best to be all serious and serious and stuff. I watched it the other day, just to let you know, and it was in a cinema where it was just literally me, a couple of friends, and a woman. I'm sure the woman had a great time, and so did we. So basically, the film is not for the action fan. It's not for a person who's kind of into the die-hard, action movies all over the place. People, Michael Bay, all that kind of stuff. It's a very emotionally kind of straining, very, pulls you in, and it's all about the story of a man who is wrongly accused of being a slave and has to be taken into the world of a slave by many people. It very much feels like there are very obvious main characters. You have Benedict Cumberbatch, Michael Fassbender, whoever the main character was, I don't know his name, and Brad Pitt kind of comes into it at the end. But there are definitely three main characters. I'd probably say Michael Fassbender and obviously the main character were bigger than Benedict Cumberbatch. But it was kind of his struggle through all of the different places, that he had to go to get back to his family. He was a musician. I don't want to spoil too much, but he was a musician that basically, as I said, is wrongly accused as a slave. And as I said, there's no action. There is absolutely no action in this movie. It's all story-driven, kind of very hard-hitting kind of stuff. And it's definitely designed for someone that wants to come to a cinema and get, a story thrusted upon them, which is weird, and just kind of wants to experience a very hard-hitting kind of thing. And it is. It definitely made me feel things. It emotionally engages you throughout the film, and that's definitely the idea. So as I said, it's nothing like, just in case you're wondering, it is nothing like Django or anything like that, just because of a similar, kind of thing. It's more kind of very story-driven and mature, I would say, than I love Django, but this is a lot more, as I said, mature and downbeat. The directing and kind of general, cinematography in it was awesome. It was amazing. Steve McQueen and whoever got involved with the cinematography and all of this, it was fantastic. Props to you. There were some great shots, a lot of long shots, very Tarantino-esque, and a lot of kind of spiraling shots when people were talking, a lot of following cam as well, and it actually just looked tremendous. Visually, it's a great film. Although the visuals do come to the one big issue I had with the film, which was it did feel as if it kind of went on a bit longer than it perhaps should have. There were a lot of shots that lasted far too long. There was I don't want to spoil too much, but there was a hanging scene that just went on for too long, and there was a scene where he just looked for about 2 or 3 minutes, and it just felt unnecessary. And I understand that it was probably to kind of drive the story home, but I just feel it was a little unnecessary. I still would have got the effect of the film if you hadn't have just given me shots that last about 30 seconds. But other than that, it's a pretty stunning, film from a directorial position. So if you enjoy directorial positions, that was dumb, I'm sorry. The writing was very good to a certain extent. I mean, it wasn't very dialogue driven. There wasn't a lot of dialogue. Again, we go back to, the visuals. It's a lot about the visuals in this film. A lot of the film you'll spend kind of reading the face of the main character, who's called Salomon, by the way. You'll spend a lot of time just going, how does he feel in this situation? And you're trying to second guess it constantly, and that really, is part of the engagement that it has with you. The film doesn't really kind of hold back, it's very graphic. There's a lot of whipping. I don't know how they got away with it being 15. There's a lot of, as a whipping. The N-word gets dropped more times than I think in Django. It was unbelievable. And it was just generally a very weird kind of, well, maybe not weird, but very dark tone. And definitely don't see it if you are easily, I don't know about offended, but if you don't like seeing things that are very grim, very dark, then this film is definitely not for you, because it wants to hit the point home. It wants to make you feel as much as possible, and it doesn't cut any punches when it comes to that. So as I said, if you are, if you don't like that kind of stuff, then just absolutely avoid it. The best thing about the film, if you ask me, would be the acting, which was tremendous. Special notes would go to the main character, who again I don't know the name of, Michael Fassbender, and Cumberbatch, who I've already mentioned earlier, all three of those. But those were the three best parts. The main character, fucking awesome. He deserves everything he gets because he just played that part so well. And he just did a fantastic job as it. He displayed his emotions he just did it perfect. He just did a great job. Obviously, Cumberbatch was amazing. He's great and everything, but I feel like I'm slightly biased towards him because I'm such a fucking fanboy. But Cumberbatch was definitely on form. Maybe the accent was a bit off, but you didn't care because it was just such a great character and he just played it so well. And Michael Fassbender, if you ask me, was the standout performance. He was incredible in that film. Totally believable character, and he plays a kind of creepy, kind of weird guy who owns slaves, and he just goes through all of these different kind of weird phases. There's a bit where he says where he thinks all of his slaves are cursing his land, so he sends them off, and then they come back and he's like, "Look, you were gone, and God saved our land." And he's wearing this like all-in-one like kind of throw on him, and a bandana. And he just plays the part so well. He was phenomenal in that film. He deserves any kind of award that he would get. And the acting was tremendous from everyone, but those are the three standout points. Probably the best part of the film was the acting. It was just so good. So on to ratings, obviously, clapping again. IMDb gave it 8.5 as of this point. I'm going to give it an 8. I don't quite think it was that good. I did definitely prefer Django, not to compare them, but I do prefer Django. But it's just such a strong, emotionally engaging film, and I would recommend it if you're into kind of slow. The pacing is incredibly slow. If you're into those slow, emotional films and you don't really mind, not having too much action, definitely watch it. But that is it. If you enjoyed this review and you want to see more of them, Tom and Luke plan on doing some, but please let us know and like and stuff so we know whether or not to do more of these. And this was me being serious, which it just feels wrong. Thanks for watching. I don't know why I got out of the chair, but it's fine. Subscribe for more. If you want some more, you should want some more, because that's what we want. Or will you give me what I want, which is a Benedict Cumberbatch quote. Just thought I'd let you know. So, goodbye, and goodbye again.